Arcade Perfect by Arse.
Right, okay guys, welcome to another Arcade Perfect My Arse, and this week I'm taking a look at Midnight Resistance, released in 1989 by Data East. Now, I've got to say, this is a game I'm aware of the title, I'm aware of the adverts for it, but I don't actually think I've ever actually played it before. Never played it before at all. Now, kind of first impression, it does look a bit like sort of Greenberry meets Contra, something like that. Now I think the original arcade, this is obviously the arcade one I'm playing, I believe the arcade one must have had sort of like a spinner of some sort. Basically you sort of run left to right, and using the, you can sort of rotate the gun, whether you're shooting up, down, left and right, you can basically rotate the gun 360 degrees. Now obviously it doesn't really work that well in MAME. Maybe if I had a spinner, or if I actually configured it properly, it might be a wee bit easier. But nice graphics, it does look really nice. Don't know why it never really took off. I mean, 1989, I was going to say it's a late arcade game. I suppose it was kind of one of the late kind of golden era games. But, not actually sure why, to be honest with you. Now these kind of games with muscle-bound blokes with ridiculous haircuts and bandanas, or headbands I should say, they were ridiculously popular back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s. Probably more the sort of early 90s. You had stuff like ATARI Warriors, you had Mercs, obviously kind of falling off of the sort of the Rambo film franchise. Balls. Not quite sure what these things are. It looks like car keys you've got to pick up. Damn it. But yeah, like I said, I've never actually played this game before.
Pick a weapon.
That'll do, I think. Oh, what's that there? Ah, that's more like it. Yeah, we'll take that, I think. That makes things quite a bit easier. Yeah, actually, it kind of feels more like Contra actually, rather than Green Beret. I don't know if there's a bit of slowdown going on there, if that's just kind of way it was deliberately intended. I mean, a lot of these kind of early shoot-em-ups did have slowdown, and it was just down to the hardware. So anyway, that's the arcade one. Let's take a look at the Atari ST one. Now, graphically, that's not actually too bad. Obviously, a lot kind of duller looking. It doesn't have the same kind of vibrancy of the arcade. Obviously, it's got far fewer colours. Scrolling's not quite up to par, but it's not really scrolling, it's kind of push scrolling, I think they call it. But you know what, I think if I had an Atari ST and I was wanting to play this game, I would be pretty pleased with this, to be honest. 1989, I was on the Amiga by that point. I had my ST for about a year and a half, probably not even that actually, and then I moved on to the Amiga. That was always going to end in tears. what's going on. Is there an enemy not power, is there any sort of energy for the enemy? I can't actually see it anywhere at all. Hey, there we go, ding dang do. Right, pick up these car keys and let's go. Is it up here? It must be. Anyway, that is pretty damn good. That's ATARI ST. Right, onto the C64. Now I did actually edit the tape load in there slightly. I didn't think you really want to kind of watch editing. Now then, this is nice. This looks the part. I've got to say I wasn't really looking forward to this because some of the C64 sort of arcade conversions, you know, stuff like Green Beret were particularly blocky. I like the movement of this. The animation of the guy running is actually really nice. Look at the scrolling there. I mean, compared to ATARI ST, the ST was 16-bit. I don't know if it had hardware scrolling, probably not. But the scrolling in this is lovely. Ah, balls. Now the controls in this one and the ATARI ST is basically wherever you point the joystick you can fire. Even the sprites for that is really nice. And the music in this is pretty good as well. I'm not quite sure, I didn't actually notice who wrote the music. Get up, you fool! Ah well, yeah, that's the C64 one. That is lovely. Right, this next one, this is on the ZX Spectrum. Now this was written by Jim Bagley, a good friend of mine. And I know this version is very, very highly, not highly sought as such, it's held in a lot of high regard. And quite right too, it does look really, really nice. Yeah, again, the scrolling of the Spectrum, it's kind of push scrolling, but you know the Spectrum was never going to be able to scroll smooth like the C64. It does, now I'm sure Jim won't mind me saying this, it kind of looks like a Joffa, Jonathan Smith game, which is a compliment of the highest regard, or the highest, you know, you couldn't possibly get a better compliment. Any game compared to a Joffa Smith game, you know it's a good one. And it's even got a little tune playing as well, which is nice. Ah, balls, I didn't notice them in the arcade one. There we go. Yeah, it kinda looks... If anybody's of a certain age, you may remember when you bought cereal, sometimes in the back of a cereal packet you got these little cardboard cutout models. And that's kinda what this reminds me of, or sort of Paper Mario type thing, but you know, that's really, really nice. So anyway, that's the Spectrum one, let's crack on. Right, next one, this is the AMSTRAD, and it was again coded by Mr. Jim Bagley. Now graphics are really detailed, I like that. I like the detail in the graphics. I'm not overly keen on the sort of the various colours of brown. That's the thing. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. The C64 takes a lot of criticism for apparently having different shades of brown, whereas it only actually does have two. But this is very, very brown. Don't know why. But interesting to know, is it because it's running in a higher resolution? If any you kind of technical buffins or out there know why would this only be, I don't know, 2-3 colours? You know, that, as we all know, the AMSTRAD does have a really, really nice colour palette. so a bit interested to know why this has only got a couple of colours, but it does look lovely. Quite similar to the Spectrum. Again, the scrolling isn't the greatest, it's kind of push scrolling, but it plays beautifully. It really does. No music, which is a bit of a shame, because again, that, you know, the AMSTRAD could quite easily do a nice little tune. But lovely detailed graphics, really are. Again, I can't see any energy bar at all, so I'm not quite sure when this guy's going to die. Just basically got to keep pummeling him until he does eventually fall over. Oh, there you go. It's game over. So, anyway, that's the AMSTRAD. Let's move on. Right, this is on the SEGA MEGADRIVE. This is the only console one that I could actually find. And it appears to have the same sort of title as the arcade one. So very, very similar to the arcade, as you would expect. Obviously, with you know, this one has a jump button and it also has a fire button, whereas the other arcade, not the arcade, the other home versions, it's all single button with a joystick. Come on, keep going. It's interesting, you can actually run off the top of the screen. Your head disappears. Hey, that was a lot easier than it was again on the other versions. Now I'm thinking there's probably, yeah, in fact I can see there are different weapons, but I'm not quite sure how you actually, well, it says there I don't have any bombs, so presumably you've got to pick them up. I'm not quite sure what these little car key things that you pick up are. Don't know what they're for. Right, now we're talking. Ah, you can pick up. Right, okay. Ah, right, I'm assuming these car key things are actually some sort of kind of virtual currency. Yeah, I mean this is very, very Contra. Or Grisor, I would imagine. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's lovely. That is the MEGADRIVE one. Right, very last version. This is the Commodore AMIGA. Now, some nice music, and again, very, very impressive visuals. You know, similar to the ATARI ST, maybe slightly more. I don't know, is it any more colourful? Not quite sure. The scrolling's certainly nicer as well, as you would expect. Now it seems to be kind of music over sound effects. I don't know if you've got the choice of picking one or the other. I'm not a fan of, I mean, I don't mind music in games, but I do like to have sound effects. You know, especially arcade games, you really, really need sound effects. Again, graphics are very faithful to the arcade. These bullets seem to move a wee bit slower, which is no bad thing. Certainly makes it slightly easier to play. Excuse me. A wee bit of speech as well, always nice. Right, let's take this, the big 3-way spread thing, whatever it is. Get some extra bullets just for good measure. I've just noticed, see at the bottom right there, you'll see, is that ammo? Yeah, so your ammo must tick down. I never actually noticed that before. Probably because I've never actually ran out of it. But yeah, you seem to be, you do have limited ammo. This version does seem slightly easier than other ones. Which is not a bad thing, because arcade games are generally, you know, made really difficult. I mean, the whole point in an arcade game is to make money, and sometimes the difficulty curve can just be a wee bit too much. But this one certainly seems a bit, I wouldn't say more playable, it's just a bit easier. Come on, we must be able to get up there. Hop! That's it. Bollocks. Yeah, anyway, listen, that is Amiga. Right, to summarise, yes, Spectrum is obviously monochrome. The scrolling's not the greatest, but it plays really, really well. C64 I thought was fantastic. I would definitely say that is the best 8-bit version, you know, by quite a country mile. It's also got some nice music. Amstrad 1, very, very similar to the Spectrum. Slightly more colourful, albeit kind of different shades of brown and orange. But again, you know, like the Spectrum, a really, really nice version. ATARI ST is pretty damn good. Scrolling is push scrolling, not the greatest. MEGADRIVE is almost spot on, as is the Commodore Amiga. So, bloody hell, what one would I go for? I don't know. I think... right, okay. In third place, in bronze medal position, I'm going to go for... you know what, I would have to... I can't be biased towards the C64. Third place, I'm going to go for the Atari ST one. Second place is going to be the Commodore Amiga one. And in first place, it's going to be the Sega Mega Drive version. But I've got to say, the C64 one is fantastic. Certainly the sort of first level that I played, it is really, really nice. It looks the part. And I like the fact that it's got, you know, it's got music and the scrolling is silky smooth. So it's a close one, but I'm just going to kind of give it to I'm going to edge it towards Atari ST, purely and simply because technically the Atari ST one does look more like the arcade, you know, which you would expect considering it's a 16-bit version. But yeah, and it's a very, very fine line between the C64 and the Atari ST. But I've got to say, every single version is really good. There's not a poor one amongst it at all. So anyway, guys, that's another Arcade Perfect My Arse drawing to a close. If there's a game you want to see in this feature, please just put your comments down below. And finally guys, as always, thank you very, very much for watching.